Ich war kein Football-Cast, we're here to light the fire. Spin facts and stats, you know we never tire. Bringing the heat up, that passion won't retire. Busting through the mind, our voices never expire. We ignite the spirit, never fade out. Light the torch, USC fans rise up high. On this podcast, we aim for the sky. Knowledge and entertainment never lie. Together we stand, let the truth amplify.
All right, and welcome back to another episode of the Light the Torch podcast. I'm your host, B. Jones, and I got one of my boys with me, man. It's just me and Raul today, man. I guess Guns will be joining us a little later.
Right on.
Talk to us, man.
Man, I'm tired. I went to the Dodger game Thursday. I went out Friday night. I stayed up late, and then yesterday I've been tailgating since early. Stayed up late too, watching the game.
Yeah, man.
You guys can hear my voice. I was going out, with a bang on Saturday night, making sure that Michigan fans could hear us and supporting the team.
Yeah, hey, the presence was definitely felt, man. The Coliseum was definitely electric, more so than it has been since I don't recall it being anywhere like that, even in the Penn State game. Yeah,
the Penn State game last year wasn't anywhere like this at all.
Right.
So it's been a while. I don't know when was the last time I've been to a game that was like this at the Coliseum. Kind of felt like Raul lit last night. It was a great time out there.
Gosh, no.
But yeah, I was gonna say it was kind of similar, a similar atmosphere, or in terms of the LSU game in Vegas. That's how it kind of felt.
It did. That's a good comparison. Yep. Quick shout outs real quick. Shout out to our boy Chris, of course. Yeah, Chris with the $5. So here to give Ryan Sierra his props. That 54-yard field goal was big to put us up 17. Yeah, man. Hey, Chris, you've been asking all offseason, man. We didn't really have the answer to give you. No one really expected Ryan Sierra to be as good as he is, man. So shout out to Ryan, man. He did his thing. He wasn't even starter.
Yeah, he came out big for us at that time.
Right.
What on, guys? What on, B. Jenk? Josh?
Where B. Jenks at? There we go. There's my guy. B. Jenks, what's going on, man? Make sure you guys check them out. 4th and 9 to Victory. Right here on YouTube and on Instagram. Tap in with them, man. Those are my boys right there. Yeah, Josh, what's going on, man? He said, Raul looked lit last night. Yeah, man.
I was just on a high of being happy out there, Josh. I wasn't drunk or anything. I was just happy, man. Needed this as a Trojan family, and Lincoln Riley needed this to keep the people trying to go after his head. I think Lincoln Riley's doing a great job this year. He's definitely made a bunch of adjustments from last year, so I don't understand why fans still try to over criticize whatever move he makes.
Right, man. Don't make much sense, man, but the ball knowers know, man. I'll put it to you like that. The right ones are saying the right things. So
and then I'm gonna say this before we start, P. Jones. You guys know who you guys are. I'm not gonna say names, but you guys say you guys are USC fans, right? Calling out the coaches 2 weeks ago, the team soft, all this and that, right? Saying that some of us are sunshine pipe bumpers and whatnot, keeping it real. So for those that you guys say you guys are USC fans and keep it real, now I want to see you guys put a video out there and say how you guys were wrong about Maava, about the O-line,
especially
about Lincoln Riley, about this D-line being soft.
Right.
Like, I want to see that. I want to see you guys put a video out there. And then all those fans out there criticizing Lincoln Riley on Twitter and whatnot, I want to see a public apology to Lincoln Riley, not to myself, because I don't matter. But, to the team. We don't need to spread that negativity over one game, like I mentioned. So I think the coaching staff proved themselves this last game.
Absolutely. Listen, man, personally, you guys have been here for a while. When I felt that criticism was due on Lincoln Riley, I gave my criticism. Now, I have no gripes with Lincoln Riley. The dude has been as close to perfect as you can get this year, man. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. You know what I mean? So, from the play calling, been spot on, man. He's running the ball more. And then look at the results that we have, man. So, this is the Lincoln Riley that we all expected to have coming in. You know what I mean? He has always been a creative play caller, as far as especially in the running game. You know, now we're seeing that. There could be a lot of reasons as to why we saw that. You know, the O-line he didn't really have the O-line depth that we have now. So it's interesting, man, how I even heard someone say Lincoln Riley, or saw that someone said Lincoln Riley is rubbing off on Dantown Lane a couple weeks ago. Yeah. I don't even know what that means. Like, how do you?
And like I mentioned last week, I was like, hey, I'm sure Deonton Lynn wouldn't be. I'm sure he's not happy with the performance. He's going to keep himself accountable, and I'm sure he did that.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean he's a bad coach, or that doesn't mean he's not going to make adjustments, right? So,
exactly.
I mean, it's just crazy. But you know, yesterday was a great time. It's definitely needed, right? Just because you got to silence those critics, those haters, and making sure that the rocket ship is heading in the right direction. And even like in Riley, people criticize him for not having enough emotion or whatnot. He showed a lot of emotion, yesterday with Ryan Sayeri hitting that field goal. He showed his emotion out there. He was fired up. Yep. Even prior to the game, he said, what did he say to Sharon Moore? I could care less what he thinks, or something around those lines.
I'm glad you mentioned that. So this message right here goes out to our guy Jerry, who you guys saw on our last episode. Gave you the preview of the game, from the Michigan perspective. He's at Rabbit Wolverines right here on YouTube. So make sure you guys go check it out for your Wolverine information. But Jerry, this is not your fault, all right? You were great here, man. We definitely appreciate having you here and everything that you contributed to our last episode, man. So from what we are going to say here on out, is not your fault. It is your head coach's fault and the coaching staff, because they had a whole lot to say. You can blame Dave Portnoy as well. He had a whole lot to say. You can also blame the College Game Day crew for not even believing in us a bit. So we're gonna be talking some trash. I'm just gonna be honest with you. So we deserve to talk our talk, man. So that's what we're gonna do. Especially, we're gonna pull some receipts.
And Austin, I agree. I mean, criticism is valid. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but it's got to be respectful, right? It can't be too disrespectful. It's got to make sense, right? And I thought a lot of the stuff that's been spread out, it's not something that that it makes sense, right? It was one game, and it was uncalled for. In other words, calling players names and stuff like that, I don't think is right. You can definitely say your opinion, but you got to be respectful.
Absolutely.
But since you were bringing up Michigan, B. Jones, I'll give it to you, man. Go ahead.
No, just saying, man. Sharon Moore had a lot to say, so we got our chance to silence him at the end. But Dave Portnoy, oh boy. That dude, man, he's doing a whole lot of chirping, right? Saying stuff that would definitely get you beat up on the streets. So he was talking real spicy, man. So it was good to, shut him up. But give me your thoughts on.
We got Guns here. What does that say, Guns? Tell him.
Guns know where I'm going later. Guns know where I'm going.
Boy, how we doing, boys? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
We can hear you.
All right, perfect. Well, Apologies for not being on the camera as I'm driving home, but I have a few things to say. I have things to get off my chest. So I said a couple weeks ago on Sunday, right? That we would win this game, and told you so. As our guy B Jones likes to say as well, told you so. I say this with all respect here. I don't know if our guy James is in the chat. Our beloved Michigan fan.
So far, it's enough for you.
I just have one question for him. Are we still soft? Do we still have a soft defense? That's my only question for Mr. James. Again, to be as respectful as I can. But yeah, this is a great win. Loved it. Great crowd. The streak continues, and so I just looking forward, obviously, in this next coming Saturday.
I thought USC can't. I thought the West Coast kids can't play bully ball.
It's funny, they say that at every level, right? I'm talking about from Snoop League to high school to to college, man. We punch them in the mouth every time. But somehow, over the years of punching them in the mouth, they still say that. It's crazy. It's not even on just football either. If anybody went to school out of state and you're from California, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You know that, you probably had to throw some hands behind some disrespect. But yeah, let's move on, man. We're going to move on to our first quarter. Offensive thoughts and grades. Why don't you go ahead and get it to first, Raul?
I mean, offensive thoughts and grades. I thought.
Raul? Oh, you froze up on us, man.
Yeah, I can't hear him either.
Uh-oh.
There we go. All right, you back. You back in the game.
I think my Wi-Fi was messing up, but I was saying that offensive grade, I give it I give it like an A. I want to say A plus, but because of the offensive, the self-inflicted wounds, the INT, and then the fumble with Lake McCree, we got to protect the ball. If McCree doesn't fumble that, we go up 14-0. I think the game would have, been a lot worse than what it was.
Right.
And I mean, overall, we look great. It's unfortunate that we lost our two running backs, but even then, we didn't miss a beat. And the O-line did their job. Wide receivers look great. Running backs, it was Lincoln Riley with his play calling. It was just a great night overall.
Absolutely. Guys?
Yeah, for me, I got to give it an A as well. Obviously, again, right, the fumble. We had the Jaden Maeva interception. He was just trying to make a play out of nothing. Obviously, he could have probably just ran it there. But the play calling, right, we were 50-50 on runs and pass. O-line is down our starting center, down our starting left tackle, and we're just, we're making plays left and right. So. And obviously, lastly, shout out to King Miller, man. He better have that scholarship ready.
Man, so good. Just real quick, who's the first to tell y'all about King Miller? Just saying.
Yeah, no, you, man. Yeah, you told us, brother. You told us so. So, I was actually looking at some stats earlier. He's averaging like 10 yards a carry, dude. It's crazy, man. This kid is it's wild. It really is. So.
Yep. Yeah, man. Have a little burp. No, man. Listen, I felt vilified in what I was saying, man, because everybody, after the Illinois game, everybody, B Jones, you don't know what you're talking about. See, same old USC, see, right? I'm like, bro, you can't tell me that's the same team, right? And plus, we mentioned here about what we said at the time. It was a rumor because it wasn't confirmed yet. But then we later got confirmation. Shout out to Jay for that. Got confirmation about the food poisoning thing. I don't know if y'all ever had food poisoning, but let me tell y'all my experience with food poisoning, man. I told you guys, man. But let me tell everybody else, man. It had your boy curled up in the fetal position, man. I don't even gonna lie. I was laying on the couch. I thought I was going out. And I was over there having a conversation with God, man. Like, I was mad at God. Like, out of all I've been through, I'm going out like this over a piece of shrimp. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, I was, yeah, man, it had your boy weak, man. So I don't know if it's clear to me that a lot of y'all have never had food poisoning, and that's cool. Congrats. But y'all need to look into what food poisoning is and how it, man, because y'all are saying some ridiculous stuff. I can't even imagine trying to play a game after having food poisoning like that.
Yep. It was a huge difference, you know. So we told you guys too, like multiple other content creators here, you know, USCJ, 4th and 9, Preston, Polly, and I'm sorry if I'm forgetting a few, but we told you guys it's just one game, and you know, you guys saw last night what happened.
Yep. But yeah,
but what are your offensive thoughts, B. Jones?
Listen, man, and I'm definitely not trying to hop on the negative, but we absolutely have to make sure that this is the last game we have one of those turnovers in the first 3 drives, man. Those first 3 drives for us is extremely important because there's no team in the country that can keep up with us offensively. So if we do find ourselves in a shootout position, you know, in a position where we're in a shootout, we got to make sure we handle the business. You know what I'm saying? When we jump out on any team, man, we have a greater chance of winning. You know what I'm saying? So in every game we've been going towards jumping out, you know what I mean? And then we shoot ourselves in the foot, man. Ball security is a must. As an offensive player, right? As a pass catcher, as a running back, your main job is to secure the football. That is your civil duty. You know, as an offensive player, man. So yeah, man. You know, it sucks when you see a veteran guy do it too, man. But let's give credit to the defense too. That was a good hit. You know, he laid some wood on Lake. So, but yeah, man, we got to start shooting ourselves in the foot. So for that, I'm gonna have to give him an A-.
Hey, but like Josh said, I saw the hit. Lake McCree did get popped.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta give credit to credit is due. You know, I mean, he put a lick on it. All right, so let's move to the second quarter. Guns, we're gonna start with you, man. Give us your defensive thoughts and grade. Guns, you there?
You're good now, Guns. You're on. You're not muted anymore.
All right, seems like Guns is having some trouble there.
And then shout out Preston Paradise as well. But I can go ahead. Don't take the defensive side. Go ahead, start first, man.
Guns, I just heard him.
Yeah, defense. I gotta give it an A. I say, maybe A+. We had 3 sacks, two from Toms, which is nice to see for tier defensive linemen. We only gave up that 1 touchdown. I mean, I honestly thought this was, you know, one of our best defensive performances, especially against a Power 5 team, so Power 4 team.
Right. Ro?
I mean, I have to give it an A as well. A few other things that, you know, if we want to be super critical, you know, it could be a B+. I thought it's a fair grade. The D-line performed, like I said, they're not soft. Like I've mentioned to you guys in the past, this D-line's the real deal. They're not soft. And, you know, they did their thing. Secondary did well as well. I think it was one play. I can't remember I haven't seen replays of the game. I've been resting up. So you guys can hear me again. I'm getting old, guys, so I can't party 3 days in a row. But I think it was one of the safety. I can't remember who it was, but he took a bad angle and he got beat at the end for that, you know, quick touchdown from Michigan. But aside from that, I think the defense did great, and we held them to 13 points. The so-called Heisman candidate running back, he didn't really do much yesterday, and I understand he got hurt, but we held him in check. So big props to the defense, big props to D'Anton Lynn, the entire coaching staff, Coach Henny, Noah, Reed, everybody, man. Everybody, Coach Rob Ryan, everybody that's on there, they made great adjustments for this game. So, shout out to the entire staff, all the players, and the fans out there too, man. We did our part. We were loud. Michigan felt the crowd as well. So shout out to everyone.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, so defensive grade. I'm gonna go with an A as well. Obviously we got the one blunder right there. It looked like we're in cover 2. I haven't done a rewatch yet, but it looked like we're in cover 2. And they just hit us in that spot, man. That's the spot you want to attack in the cover 2. But it was a bad angle. I don't know if D Nick had somebody underneath or not. You would like to see him just keep going. If he didn't have anybody underneath, take that get to his hip. But I don't know. I have to rewatch to really critique that. But either way, man, that's a fixable thing. It's not really a big deal. It happens. You know what I'm saying? You're going to take a bad angle every now and then. That's just life. You know what I mean? So as a football player. But it just bit us in the worst way. I guess you could say, they got the best possible result of our mistake. But aside from that, zero complaints on defense, man. Everything that we saw in the spring roll, and why we was hyping the defense up, right? Us, Jay, everybody who even had any kind of spring intel that is what we saw. That performance right there is what we saw. So, yeah, man, I'm encouraged by what I saw, man. I'm extremely proud of these boys, man, especially, on both sides of the ball, man. Especially B. Jack, man. Especially my guy, B. Jack. Right?
Yep. He wasn't even
Superman.
Yeah, it's crazy because he wasn't going to play at all. So, for him to turn on that light switch from, not playing to playing and get in, on that mode of, I'm going to go in and produce. Shout out to him, man. Big props to him.
Yes, sir. Yeah, crazy, man. I'm telling you, it was literally a movie on Saturday, man. You can't write that. You know what I'm saying? All our running backs go down. And then BJ come out of the woodwork to score a touchdown for us. Come on, man. Hey, Paulie, we might need to put that in the script, man.
Yep, and then just a walk-on running back, just doing his thing.
Yeah, exactly, man. You can't write this stuff, man. Great cinema. But see, when Guns comes back, I guess we'll go over some recruiting news. Until then, let's talk about some standouts. So who did you have for players of the game, man? On both sides.
Offensive. I have to go with King Miller. He did his thing. Can't shout out to him. You've been saying King Miller all these weeks, Brandon. So you must have some eye for talent, I guess, right? I gotta start believing what you say at times.
Yeah, man.
He did his thing, right? So for him, offensive standout would be him, and defensive standout, and so many players, but I might have to go with EG. I know it's kind of like a cheat code using him, but he did extremely well, and so many players you can pick actually. So
it is, yeah, it is. Yeah, back to what you said about King Miller, man. As far as me noticing his talent, man. When I saw, we were right there, both of us, and I was like, man, this dude, he got it all, man. He got a vision. He got, he got the burst. He got it. I called Jay immediately after spring game. I was like, Jay, this dude King Miller, man, this walk on, he gonna be the real deal, man.
Yeah, that's the running back. We were like, who is that, right?
Yeah. I even had to look him up on the roster. Honestly, I'll be honest, I completely forgot about King Miller. Just That's most walk-ons, all right. I mean, most walk-ons kind of get forgotten about, unfortunately. But yeah, man. So seeing him, man, do his thing is, made me feel good about, of course, my eye for talent. But no, man, he's a real deal, man. That kid, he definitely needs to be on scholarship like yesterday. So, yeah, as far as other standouts,
NIL deals as well.
Yeah, man, for give him whatever number he wants. If he don't want 30 no more, give him whatever he want, man. He earned it. But yeah, defenses, man. There's so many to choose from. Because Fitzgerald got player of the game, he actually got it. I probably won't mention him. You picked EG, so I'm gonna give credit to Devin Tompkins, man. You playing on the interior D line, you're not gonna get as much love as as other guys will. He's doing a lot of the dirty work this year, period. You know what I mean? But this game, he added a couple sacks to it. You know what I mean? And he showed up in the biggest game that we needed. You know what I mean? So he's definitely a leader on that defensive line, and he showed it, man. So shout out to Dev. So yeah, man. Other things I noticed, man, not so much a player, but what stood out to me on the defensive side, you can definitely see there is a drastic uptick in communication when Kamari's at safety. I don't know if you noticed that, but everything was just so much more organized. The communication in general was better. Shout out to Jaden Walker, too. Jaden Walker was communicating out there, and playing his butt off. I mean, don't forget that. Yeah, man. So, look, we're on the way up, man. I'm telling you, everything I saw in the spring is what we saw on Saturday, and that's why I hyped what we saw. You know what I'm saying? And I have in good faith that, that is what we're going to see from here on out.
Yep, and all our defense played with a chip on the shoulder because, they know they got, embarrassed 2 weeks ago, and it's not all on them, right?
Yep.
The food poisoning, but then they also hear the media, and then they also hear our fans, man. Some of the parents were hearing, we're seeing some of this crap that fans were saying, crazy stuff. So, they went out there with something to prove, and like I said, they're going to be playing like that all year. Win or lose certain games. I don't know if we'll win out. I have faith that we could do that. But, this defense is going to be the real deal.
Yep. I'd give another shout out to Lincoln, too, man. I mentioned earlier, but his play calling, man. Listen, what did I say in my preview that needs to happen? We need to establish the run, start fast, and take advantage of Wink Martindale's aggression. All right, his aggressive play calling. And Lincoln did exactly that, man. Tearing Wink up. Wink had no answers, man. He put BTA to Wink Martindale, man. So shout out to Lincoln for that, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, those fans need to control their emotions and, look at the actual adjustments that Lincoln Riley has done. Like, he's made adjustments for every short what's that? I guess saying shortcoming or whatnot. He's made adjustments for everything he's done so-called wrong in the past. Like the time management, I think he's improved a lot. The whole the defensive coordinator focusing on, building a good defense, focusing on California recruiting, running the ball, getting creative again with his play calling. He's learning, guys. So,
Yep.
just watch that. And before you guys, are super critical on Lincoln Riley, watch all the adjustments that he's made, and you guys will see that we are trending in the right direction.
Oh, no time more than now. Our recruits, man. I was hoping Guns can get in here and give you guys the rundown as far as
He'll be here shortly. And shout out Paulie, man. Paulie, we appreciate you. It was a great time, hanging out with you on Friday. Go subscribe to his channel, B Jenkins as well. 4th and 9 to victory. Preston Paradise, USCJ, Carter.
It's all in the description.
All of them. Yep. It's on our description, so go follow them. But it was a great time just seeing all the fans. I want the Coliseum to be like that every Saturday when we're playing a home game. We need a be loud out there, man. Like it was great. It was a great time.
Right. You see how we sound right now, man. You see how we have no voice, but we still trying to do this podcast. Sounding crazy right now. This is how it should be every Sunday, man. Every Sunday, our show should be like this if there's a home game. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, definitely enjoy ourselves, man. We had Guns come out, man. We had Preston out there. Paulie, I'm sorry we didn't get to connect, man. Had to work, but Carter, I'm sorry we didn't get to connect, man. We're gonna link up though. I promise you that we all gonna link up.
Like I'm still hyped. I still want to be out there screaming.
Man, I'm telling you, man. I slept so good. Those couple hours that I slept, bro. The best couple hours ever, man. I'll tell you. All right, man. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open it up to y'all, man. Y'all come on in here. We're gonna chop it up, man. Let us know how y'all feeling. And then when Guns comes back, man, we'll get a recruiting rundown. I can tell you that for sure that it's all positive.
Man, and let us know how you guys feeling after this game, guys. So come on in, join us in the chat, talk whatever we want to talk about USC football.
Yep. Come on, Chris. I know you want to call in, man. Chris said be early.
For you, Chris.
You said I got to get Ryan his props, man. Talking about Ryan Sayre.
I was Tina says my voice is shot. I was giving it to Michigan fans all night. Pause. Yeah. DJ scored all they left. That's right, Tina. Come on.
Yep.
That's how it's got to be every damn Saturday.
Yeah, man. I was remember we were critical of the student section last year. Remember?
Yeah.
This year they came with it, man. Or this game, they definitely came with it. It was a lot better than the last year's game, which was Penn State. There's my boy. Chris, talk to us. Chris?
Yeah, man, he did a Padres. He came in and out.
Chris, come on back, man.
Sorry, Christen. He can hop on in again.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh. He's back right now.
Oh, he's coming. Oh, man, where you at? Jay, what's up? Jay, come on, us, man. There you go. Chris.
What's good, fellas?
What's up? I don't think he heard your subtle shot there.
What did he say?
when you lost, we lost you for a second, man. What did you say, bro?
Yeah, you came in and out, and I was like, oh, shit, he's just acting like the Padres coming in and out. Sorry, Chris.
I'm about to leave again and unsubscribe. I done told you.
Oh, man. On,
hey, how you gonna say something about the Padres if you an Angels fan?
Man, hey, we got one.
Yeah, y'all ain't seen the playoffs in a decade.
Hey, it's all right, but we got one.
And he got nerve to talk. That's what I don't understand.
I'm always gonna talk, Christen.
They ain't seen the postseason in a decade. They don't know what the postseason is. He chirping. Yeah, man. I seen y'all on UAC J show, man. It was live in there, man. Tina, that's in the chat. She was at the game. It was live. Tobias, they had called in on our show, man. We seen all the Cardinal and gold on there, man. It was beautiful, man. It was live out there, man. Like my boy B Jinx said, man. He said Sharon Moore was talking all that stuff about Michigan selling out the Coliseum. He said, you know what, Sharon Moore? He said, thank you. Thank you for bringing all those people to the Coliseum to see you get BTA'd on national TV.
Yeah, right. And then when we solidified this, not solidified, when we signed all these the 26 class, man, when we retained all these guys, they said we wouldn't.
Man, because that game you can tell was electric through the TV, man. And it was packed. And that fourth quarter when the torch was lit, man, just imagine being there. That was a national televised game. It was on NBC. It was prime time. It was a packed house at the college. Juju led the team out, right? Yep. That would have got me to sign right there saying Juju run out, leading the team out. You know what I'm saying? And the torch being lit and the domination and the physicality of the game that USC did, like, that's going to go so far with recruits, man.
Absolutely. We were looking up pretty close to where the recruits were, man. I'm telling you, their faces, you can see the impression on their faces, man.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, man, this game had a lot riding on it, man. And the future of our program was one of those things, man. And we did what we were supposed to do.
And what's crazy about it is that it was the perfect game too for us to have the biggest amount of visitors. Everything went perfect, man. So they can see the vision live and in person, right? They can go see the Bloom building that's almost done, and then they can just on the field they can see it and what the coach has been telling them and what they're working towards and their future goals, and actually be able to see it manifest right in front of them, man. With that electric crowd and how it was, man. I'm telling you that to see that torch lit. You know what I'm saying? At nighttime, right over that LA sky. Oh man, you can't ask for nothing else.
And I'm gonna say this: don't be surprised if you hear about an uptick in our NIL donations, man.
Yeah.
See what happens when you win? You take care of business with big games like this, man. So more people
start to buy in. Yeah. And I'm hoping we might even see some flips for this class coming up with a certain person. You know what I'm saying? Out of Columbus. I wouldn't mind this shit, or be surprised if we see a flip, man. But
don't let guns here,
man. But man, it was. And somebody was on USCJ show, and they said it perfect, right? They said they hearing a lot of people say we beat Michigan at their game, basically without rushing them physically at the line, and they basically said it best. They said, I mean, USC been doing that for years. It was the time we was going to the SEC, going to the Big Ten, doing that. He said we just got back to playing SEC ball. So what I'm gonna say is that, and that made sense to me. But what I'm gonna say, it was good to see us dominate on both sides of the line of scrimmage. Justice Haynes was averaging 7 yards a carry going into this game, right? And in our preview, I was stating that, we need to stop him for breaking for 40 yards. He was breaking a 40-yard run every game, right? Come up, hit him, make him work for it. And that's what we did. And those boys was hitting. I never want nobody to get injured, but when you playing physical and bodies and hats are getting put on you, I mean, that's what happened. Just like with our running backs, they lost their 2 running backs. Their quarterback, he was playing hurt. I mean, Anthony Lucas had lit him up. He was feeling it. You know what I'm saying? It was a physical game, man, and we were the abusers on both sides of that line of scrimmage, and it was beautiful to see.
Hey,
and shout outs to this person, man, because I've been talking about him all summer, man, and nobody really knew about him, and they didn't want to believe me, man. But I told y'all that Ryan Sierra was going to be that guy. We weren't going to have the kicking issues like we had last year. Shout out to my I'm playing.
Those of y'all been here, man. Y'all know Chris. Chris the only one, man. Well, what the kicker look like? But Chris, we'll get there.
Hey, look, man. He's been a fresher breath there. He's only missed 1 kick this year. Last year in this situation, we was missing field goals or it was getting blocked. We had way too many blocked field goals last year and way too many missed field goals. And this kid has stepped in, not even supposed to be a starter, and he has been a pleasant surprise. I mean, that 54-yard field goal it looked like you, Raul. It was right down the middle, and he had plenty of leg to go. He could have made it. He could have made it from another 5 yards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got to kick that field goal soon, but it might look like the guy. I don't know if you guys didn't see it, but for those that were in the stands, my kick might look like the guy, the student that kicked that kick. He hit a line drive. Christen, at halftime, they let him
drive, like an understatement, man. It
was a missile, a line drive. Just imagine it was like a line drive, 30-yarder, Christen. That's how mine might look, but it's coming soon. I already connected with some of the guys at Banning High School, and they're gonna let me kick that field goal soon.
That's man. And man, big shouts out to Deontay Lynn, the coaching staff, and that defense, man. In our pregame review and film study, even against Illinois before that, I was asking, let's go 3 linebackers, right? And that was the biggest adjustment we seen. And what it did, it freed up Eric Gentry to play like a queen in chess, right? To be that piece you can move around, do different things with him. And I think he's best whenever we do go that 5-man front, that if we in the 3 linebacker set to put him at one of the edges, because he's always been able to knife down and just slice right down to beat that tackle and get those tackles for loss and on it. And we seen it again a lot last night, man.
If you look at Eric Gentry, his freshman year at Arizona State, that's exactly how he was used.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Last year too.
Yep.
Yeah. And last year too, when we had Emac and Cobb, and so that's how we, man. So,
as a matter of fact, shout out to Mason Cobb, man. We ran into him at the game, man.
Oh, shout out
to Mason Cobb. Cool dude, man. A real humble dude, man.
But that the defense showed up, man.
Didn't get appreciated enough, but yeah, shout out to Mason Cobb. He's a humble guy, nice guy. Wish him nothing but the best, man.
Right.
Yeah, man, and the defense, they showed up, man. They did their thing. Like you, B, my keys to success for the game was for the offense to jump out early to help the defense stop the run by making Michigan go down 2 scores and abandon the run. And the defense did exactly what I asked them to do. They came out the first drive, they loaded the box. I said, invite him to throw on first down. Invite Michigan to throw on first down. And Michigan, trying to be stubborn and think they were just going to do whatever they want against us, they fell right into our plan. They tried to come out passing the ball on first down. And Nicholson had them locked up. And the defense got a 3 and out. And like you said, we were going down the score to go 14-0, which is that's what we asked the defense to do. They got off the field the first 2 times. And we can't turn the ball over there. So we got to go at 14. But what was most impressive to me about this defense, and this is really what we need to hang our hat on and be excited about, the defense had 4 3 and outs. That's the most. We had more 3 and outs in that game than we had all season. That means the defense was able to get off the field in 3 plays, and that was awesome to see. When your defense could get 3 and outs with a high-powered offense, with the more possessions the offense get, the more they can put up points like that, that's big, man. Shout outs to the defense. Because I was one of the ones after the Illinois game that when we did our position grades, everybody was getting Fs, you get an F, you get an F, everybody get an F. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understood the situation, and once Jay broke it and you guys broke it, I believed it was true. But at the same time, the film showed what it showed. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm so happy that this defense bounced back, man. And kudos to Deion Lynn and that staff for getting these boys ready, man.
Yeah.
All right. And Tina has a question. How do you keep Walker off the field? He's a must play.
You can't, man.
Yep. You just simply can't, man. That dude got to play more. He has to.
Shout out Jaden Walker. He's doing his thing. And shout out, his mom, Noel Walker. If you guys haven't seen that interview, we did it, was it last Sunday?
Yep.
So shout out to them. Check that out. But yeah, go ahead, B. Jones.
All right, I'm about to say something that's going to ruffle some feathers on the Michigan side, man. But to me, man, it's just clear and obvious truth. Let me start by saying I like Bryce Underwood. I like him as a recruit. I like him. When he was in high school, I think he has all the potential in the world. I am not convinced that he is going to reach that full potential at Michigan. What you guys think about that?
Man, the kid has a rocket arm, right? He has all the athleticism. I think he has the potential to be great, but again, he doesn't have a Lincoln Riley there. Michigan wants to ground and pound. Michigan don't really, in the last 10 years, they have not really just developed a, quarterback like this current staff that they have, right? And so it's going to come down to the development and coaching. But as far as the tools, he has all the tools. Man, Kid got a sidearm overthrow. It's a rocket arm. He got to learn some touch. He can't throw everything 100 miles per hour, right? Like if I'm 5 yards, don't try to break my fingers. A lot of receivers drop balls like that. But I think he has the talent. But the issue is going to come in. I don't know if Sharon Morin's style be there by the time he even get to his senior year.
Yeah, you might be right, man. You might be right. Because it's crazy. He has the type of talent that he can single-handedly take over a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to say this, but like a Vince Young.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But whether he reaches that potential, I'm not convinced that he'll do it at Michigan. But I mean, the offense is not
tailored
for that. And, real quick, man, before we get your opinion, B. Jenkins, we're gonna get a quick rundown of how the recruiting went with our man Guns. Guns, what you got for us?
I mean, like you said earlier, this game was big, right? In terms of the 27 class, the 26 class as well. Pretty much, with all the buttons right, basically, right? The 26 kids, they're talking to each other about, who's going to be roommates, what their numbers are going to be, like they're acting like teammates already, right? So like this game really solidified that front. In terms of 27, we haven't seen predictions yet, but we're just hearing great things, there was a few players that did not make it, Zyron Forstall, 5-star edge at IMG that's from Louisiana. He couldn't make it. He's planning to be at the UCLA game though. Dubé Williams was a surprise. He's a local kid. He couldn't make it. And then Cassie Curry, he's also a local kid. That one to me personally is not a huge surprise. He's kind of always been talking about the SEC, so it just seems like we've kind of been behind the 8 ball on him. But regardless, man, Quentin Hales was there. Big time wide receiver that we're looking to get. Trying to think of a kid from Vegas. I'm spacing his name for some reason. Pretty much the wide receivers and DBs are probably the two groups that were going the hardest right now in terms of the 27 class. And really, we're just waiting to see if we see those predictions come in, because again, that was the talk going into this game. If we win this game, we're gonna start seeing some people get into the mix of that 27 class, and as we know, it's gonna be a small class compared to 26. So first come, first serve, basically.
Right. And I think if there was any kind of doubt about the 26 class, I mean, I think that got put to bed. Not us on the USC side. There's been doubt, but I mean, like as far as programs from the outside, I'm sure they're looking down like, okay, yeah, nah, that's a wrap.
Yeah, no. Ragland's actually brought me a question. I'll bring it out. Who is the USC's wide receiver and best wide receiver in the country? B. Jenkins, don't come at me too hard here when I say this, but Makai
Don't do it, Gus. Don't do it,
Oh man,
don't do it.
Chris is over here trolling B. Jank, huh?
Yeah.
Makai Lemon is 1A to me. Maybe that helps, indicate who I think 1B is. But yeah, I mean, that catch I saw live was wild. And obviously, again, I know Jacoby Lane does some insane catches as well. But and I think just in general in the country, it's definitely Makai Lemon. So absolutely. I think he's the front runner for the Blinicoff.
He's definitely in the lead right now. PFF actually did a whole little piece on him this morning, man. So if he's not in the lead by now, we know what that is. So, B. Jackson, let me get your opinion on.
I was listening, man. I wasn't going to join, but then I heard you say something about Michigan's coach, Sharon Moore, and I couldn't help. I couldn't help myself. His disrespectful, being disrespected, disrespect, man. I'm glad that this game was prime time, man. It had a lot of recruits, and like I said on Christen and our show 4th and 9, Sharon Moore bragged about, Michigan being on the card is the reason why the card was sold out. So I played right into it. I was like, well, thank you. I appreciate you selling out the collie so everybody can witness that BTA that you got. I mean, you straight up got your ass handed to you on national TV, and then on prime time. That was most important, but what's even more important, not to get lost in the message, is that the fight, the defensive line took the fight to them. They wasn't reactive today. I mean, yesterday they were proactive, which means that everybody played with a sense of urgency. And and Chris and I will tell you, we came with a formal apology. We didn't know until after our show had dropped about the whole, food poisoning thing that went on. And I don't want to name anyone on the Illinois staff, so I say allegedly, but Jay pointed it out, man. It just seemed like the team played so much slower and they were so much reactive in that game, and it was just night and day between Illinois and Michigan. Michigan last night, they expected for the team to just roll over, and they came out and defense punched them in the mouth. And we got to clean up those turnovers. If it were not for those turnovers, man, look, that win would have been worse. That score didn't tell the whole game of what actually happened. Everybody there, everybody watching could see what actually happened. That was straight up domination of one of the premier Big Ten teams. And you got this Pac-12 team, and we're supposed to be soft. And I'm sick of that narrative that the SC players are soft. SC players are far from soft. We just been at a disadvantage. And we haven't been for the staff, but making no excuses, man. Everybody was put on notice yesterday. And again, if only we could take care of that ball, which stalls out our drive, we could have easily had at least 40 points last night.
Absolutely.
At least easily had points. We left points on the field last night. So, shout out to the players for that. But I also want to shout out to our running back coach. I don't think he get enough credit. Our running back coach, Anthony Jones Jr., having those guys ready. Top two running backs go down. Keem Miller, we like B. Jones said, we brought in Keem Miller. Nobody expected for him to be what he was, but B-Jack to come in the second half, and he was cold, and I was hesitant. Chris was more so positive with that, but I was like, man, this kid, he hadn't seen much run in the past, since game one, and you bring him in cold like that, but he was ready to go. So shout out to Anthony Jones Jr., man, for having those guys ready, man.
Absolutely. Big Josh. What's going on? Hold on. First off, Josh, you can't be coming in here like that, bro. You can't.
Put them guns away. Put them guns away.
Turn your cuff down a little bit, man.
Opening those bottles of 42 last night, watching that game. Oh my God. Hey man, I gotta give a shout out. I was with Christen and Brian and B. Jenkins about half the night last night. I gotta give a shout out to Riley, man. I think he gets like this bad perception that he's like soft or timid or weak. Nah, he was out there talking shit after the game. He was like, it's a sold out crowd. Glad Michigan came, Michigan fans came. Man, I think he's a scrapper and we don't really know it, man. And the way he plays last night, it was when our two running backs went down, I thought for sure we're gonna start air raid, right? Nah, he kept handing that rock off, and then he told B-Jack go get dressed, and then B-Jack went out there, had a night, and then shout out to Hansen. Whatever he's doing with that O-line is crazy, man. They're playing lights out. Our backups made Michigan's starting D-line look soft, so. They really did. So I just had to throw that in there, fellas. But,
hey, B, and I don't know if everybody know, but they asked Riley about that too, man. Wow. And I told Brian I was so shocked at the NCAA because he said during the game they had to get permission from the NCAA to allow B-Jack to play because he wasn't even dressed out or whatnot. So shout out to our athletic department for getting on the phone and saying, hey, this is a wellness issue. We got one running back. He's breaking these long runs. He's tired. And shout out. I'm shocked that the NCAA did it for us, but they gave us approval.
Chris, it wasn't the NCAA. It was the conference.
Okay.
Yeah. So they put the list out.
Right.
Yeah, they put the list out before the game, and B-Jack was on there, so that's why they had to call him. Explain the situation.
Yeah. So shout out, man. I'm surprised they did anything for us, man.
Right. We got one more guy here, Marcus, man. We're gonna get you in here right now, Marcus.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
What's going on?
What's up, Marcus?
Man? Okay, man. Look. Okay, so you can ask. I mean, now if my wife was on, you can ask her this. A couple days before the Illinois game, I had a thought. I said, babe, what if they try to get our players sick?
Oh man.
I said this 2 days. 2 days.
But Marcus, what you're saying is man.
I said 2 days before that. I said the only way that they have beat us is because of that. and the reason why I said that is because how their offensive line look and how our defensive line look. So after we lost or whatever, I didn't watch any media content because how everybody was dogging the coaches and the players. I'm like, I don't want to hear that. So then when USCJ came on and it popped up and he said food poisoning, I'm like, hold on. So I listened to it and I said, babe, check this out. So she listened to it too. She was like, you just said that a couple days ago. I said, that's the only way that Illinois would have beat us.
Listen, they were in desperation mode. They had USC for homecoming, which was a mistake, and they knew that was a mistake.
Right.
They were nervous about. And they just got their butts whooped on national television a week prior.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely. Facts.
Motivation to do something like,
absolutely. Facts. But when it came to this Michigan game, I heard everybody was chirping. I'm not going to say what SC content creator, but I had to let them go because everything they were saying was negative. I'm looking like, man, look, either you haven't played football or either you're downplaying this food poisoning like it's nothing. I'm like, have you ever had food poisoning?
Man, I was just saying that earlier, man. I was just telling my experience with it, man.
Yeah, so I'm like, and try to play at a top tier level. I said, I'm like, man, look, I said, so I had to let that go. But my prediction for the score was 35-14.
Ooh.
That was my prediction for the score. Now, as I've been posting from all the way in the spring, I'm like, listen, I think we're going to go 11-1. I've been saying that since the springtime. So I'm looking at Notre Dame. I'm looking at Nebraska. And what I'm hoping that we do is we bring our own caterers.
Yeah. You learned that lesson, man.
Yeah. I hope we bring our own.
Hey, Marcus, you're right about the people who never played football. I played tight end in college. Look, the food poisoning, I think that was real because, listen, the D-line was totally different. The whole defense was totally different in the Illinois game. It was not the same team at all.
Come on.
So that makes sense. Compare it because I think Michigan's way better than Illinois.
Right.
Absolutely.
For them to come out and mop Michigan up, man, come on. You know those boys were sick.
Hey Josh, I thought you played quarterback at college for some reason, man.
Me? Nah, tight end.
Yeah, man. We can't tell you play tight end.
6'5", 260.
Real talk, man, I got to give kudos to Lincoln Riley and the way he handled it. At first, I was like, man, why is he not saying anything? You know what I mean? But now it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to say nothing. Just going to hammer me for it. But I'm going to show you.
So I believed it when USC broke it and B. Jones them verified it. That's when I know it was real because USCJ and B. Jones them, they're not going to report rumors or anything that ain't factual. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, for that point, I took it as, it happened. As far as Lincoln Riley and the team, I think they just didn't want to put it out there so the national media can take it and be like, oh, they're making excuses. They're doing this and that. But if you listen to Riley all week, even when he responded to what Sharon Moore said, he had a quiet confidence about himself, right? You know what he said? I don't care what they said. We just ready to play. If we can play today, we would. We ready. So the team, even the players after practice, when they were being interviewed, they had a quiet confidence about themselves. It's so they knew what happened a week before and what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they were like, okay, we just wait till Saturday and watch what we do. And they came out and they did it.
Hey, Christen, did you notice at Illinois that we weren't rotating D linemen? Like Jakeem got like 4 snaps. Floyd got 4 snaps.
Got 3. He got 3.
Because they were sick. They couldn't go. They were sick. They couldn't do it.
Josh Jarrett only got 4. Pepe had only got 4 in the game where our beef wasn't getting in. I mean, that's a tall tale right there that something was off.
Yeah.
Right. So and see and that's issue. But I was looking at it like this. Now they woke up a giant.
Facts. Mm-hmm.
They woke up a giant because now you got from Silver, from from all of our D linemen and edges. And then so Gentry and the linebackers, and then I think them putting our nickel back to safety. Kamari helped out a whole lot to organize things in the back, because they're able to play a little bit more loose, freer. The cornerbacks too as well. You know what I mean? So it was just that one, by Christian Pierce, which I could let that go. Just that one mistake, but everything else was, and like what Brian was saying, like the score, it doesn't tell you the full story of the game. Exactly. We should have had about, like you said, 40 points easily.
Yep.
Easily.
Marcus, real quick, man. My bad. Prophet Marcus. Yeah. Since we now know that you have prophetic gifts, man, we need to tell us a little bit how this Notre Dame game is going to go, man.
Well, okay, so here's my opinion. Well, here's my opinion. With everything, because we're going to Notre Dame, so it's going to be a different environment, more hostile environment. And the way that Notre Dame play, who remind me of that I was watching the game, where they kept grabbing our defensive players as they were blocking them and grabbing them from behind. They do that a lot.
Yeah.
Notre Dame do that a lot. So my thing is, I think we're going to beat them by 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's just my opinion.
I like it.
And I think more than so, and I was going to say this earlier on USCJ, but I think this is like what the story is going to be for our season is the unsung heroes. Because we got the running back.
King Miller has to be.
King Miller. Watch him B. Jack come back. We have Maava, who a lot of the media and some of our SC fan base was dogging, and you see how he playing.
Yep.
When Deuce left, when Zachariah left, they were the 5 stars, while Makai Lemon and and Lane were the 4 stars, so they weren't highly recruited as those 2. But they've been balling.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then we have Lake, you know, who've been hurt, battled, and injuries, and now he balling. And now you got Walker Lyons balling. And then our O line from Benuelos.
Benuelos is a great fighter out there, man.
Exactly.
Nasty. I love
exactly.
That.
Shout out to Lonnie Noah too, man.
Lonnie Noah. You know what I mean? So I mean, I think our season is gonna be the unsung heroes.
And you know what that shows me is, and it's a lot of people that need to get on their podcast and apologize, especially about all the stuff they say for Riley and clock management, because nobody's gonna talk about that 2-minute drill that was perfectly called right before halftime.
Correct.
Nobody's gonna talk about the use of timeouts and the play select, and we even ran the ball on that drive, right?
Right.
And the screen calls and everything to score with 15 seconds left, right? That's the same play we ran against Illinois when the best wide receiver in college football was 1-on-1, and we took it. But no one's gonna give him credit for that. But this is what we need to give them credit for. If you look at our offensive line, right? John Reed is the only one that's transferred in. You look at those running backs that came in. B Jack and Miller, right? You look at our defensive line outside of Silver. Guess what you see on there? Everybody that's producing and everybody that's stepping up in the depth, especially on offensive line. These are all recruits by USC, and that's been coached up and been developed.
Right.
Hey, Christian, what do you think about the 4-3? Because I like Jaden Walker in there with that.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, real quick, fellas. We got Paulie in the building, man.
Paulie. What's going on, Paulie? You got your voice back?
Yeah, no, not really, man. I sound like the DOC, man, after he lost the ball. You know, but look, I'm looking at the picture right now. I look like Tupac on that
Death Row
album cover with the black fingers. All I need is a chain. But like, hey, Josh, big fan of yours, man. I love you, man. I love every time you call in and you're on the feed, man. And B. Jenkins and Christen, you know, I got nothing but love for you guys. I haven't had a chance to talk to Marcus yet, but and then the 3 superstars up here. Yeah, I wish I would have been able to meet you, B. Jenkins. We had a good night, man, Raul and Guns and I. And this is the first time, like, I haven't spoken a whole lot today. I usually don't shut the hell up, man, but you know, it's but it was a good time with you guys. But one thing though, I'll make it quick, is that, you know, this is what I've been trying to tell people from day one. Trust in the process. This is like raising a kid. You're going to have your bad days. You're going to have your good days. But ultimately, at the end, you're going to see the reward of your fruits of your work and what you've done. And so I've told Raul, I've told everybody this. It's going to be, we're still going to hit, I'm thinking maybe 2020, 28. For 7, where, I mean, who knows? We could shock the world this year. We don't know. But to be that elite, dominant force that's going to make the country take notice, it's when that 26 class comes in. Now you're not just working with young kids anymore. You have freshmen out there that have playing experience and that are big-time players already. And you combine them with those hungry 2026 class, they don't want to sit on the bench. They want to, it can impact immediately. And the development that these coaches have done with these players is phenomenal. You know, I'm a big Lincoln Riley guy, and it makes me sick to my stomach. You know what, man, I can tell you right now, he's the most unappreciated coach in college football, and then the fan base makes me sick with the fact that I think we take his offense for granted. We take it for granted. You know, we just think, okay, it's fine. We're going to put up 30, no big deal. Imagine if he wasn't here and we had some defensive coach and we're lucky we put up 24 in a game or something, man. People be complaining about that. But you know what? The guy's evolving. And like I said, I said this numerous times. It reminds me a lot of the Nick Saban issue, the way that he needed to evolve and become, you know, kind of set his ego aside and open up a little bit. And he started hiring the offensive coordinators and everything to make that an explosive team. And Riley's done the same thing. And so,
hey,
Paulie, yeah,
why does Paul Feinbaum hate Lincoln Riley so much? He calls him a fraud and all that. Like, what is up with him?
Because he left Oklahoma and Oklahoma was going to the SEC, plain and simple.
Yeah. Feinbaum, that's just the way he is. He picks this one guy, And Lincoln, the problem with Lincoln, he's not that kind of guy that intimidates anyone really. So like he wouldn't do that to a Saban or Kirk Fernandez at Iowa because they'll call you out when they see you. But Riley, I noticed, is starting to get his little fire, man. Where
Riley was talking shit after the game.
Yeah, I see him. Yeah, I see him now. When Sharon came out with that little comment, and Riley said that, that's all he needed to say to prove to me that you know what, this is a different coach here. And you know what? I think it's helping him is that Coach Henny's having Coach Ryan there, guys with that fire, and they maybe help him along with dealing with that kind of stuff because they're not going to see as our leader when I think he set the tone with that comment right there. To be honest with you, when he came out, he said, "Yeah."
Quick question, man. Your voice is Polly. Quick question for you. Your voice is gone. Your voice is gone. Raul look like he's still recovering. What did Guns do to y'all? Guns is the only one look refreshed and like he ain't got no issues. Guns had y'all out to 6 in the morning?
No, because Guns was good. He ate like salmon and like salad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's why he's thinking a bunch of fat.
I lost my voice I lost my voice before the game even started.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to think Guns had y'all out to daylight or something, man. What Guns do to y'all?
But I don't know if you guys caught this or not, but I don't know if they televised it. Like I said, I haven't seen the replay, but at the game, they were showing the Michigan fans leaving early.
Yeah, they showed it. They showed it.
I'm sure you guys follow him, but shout out Sulu. He was out there talking shit to the Michigan fans.
Zulu Cravens?
No, Zulu.
No, Zulu.
Shout out to Zoo, man. You know Zoo gonna be front line, man. Zoo gonna do his thing.
But anyway, guys, I'm already laying in bed, so I'm gonna get going. But you know what, man? I gotta tell you, I owe you guys so much. I was over at the bookstore, and this old man, this older guy, the Abner, he goes, "Are you Walnuts?" And he goes, "Yeah, I've seen you on Light the Torch." And
really?
Man, that was the most humbling one. And then I got that a few times out there, USCJ show. But it's the moments like that, man, that just make me appreciate you guys not only for what you do, but as friends as well. And just know that I'm always here for all you guys too. And so whatever I can do to help out, Christen, B. Jinx, any of you guys, you just let me know, okay? Fight on, brothers.
Appreciate it, Wally.
All right, man. Have a good night.
All right, I'm good.
All right, fellas, it's about time we wrap this thing up. Anyway, about at that mark. But hey, Wednesday we will have the G Irish Talk podcast here joining us, man. So yeah, it should be a fun show, man. Nice rivalry week, man. Got a rival pod on to join us. So
2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns. I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, we're bringing
2 touchdowns.
Right?
2 touchdowns.
I mean, Marcus, if it goes like you're saying, and we finish 11-1, we're definitely gonna have to call you Prophet Marcus.
All right, fellas, I got out of here.
All right,
John, appreciate you joining, man.
I let boys. See you Wednesday.
Y'all stay easy.
Yes, sir.
Anybody got any last minute words y'all want to get off real quick before we end this thing?
F the haters. That's all. From my side.
Fair enough.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
gonna say this: everybody who's been trying to keep us down for all these years, it's gonna be payback.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be payback. One at a time.
Yeah, for us, man, on 4th and 9 victory. Listen, man, we appreciate you guys. Like the Torch, man. You showed us nothing but love. USCJ, Carter Sports, Preston. Listen, we appreciate it. Paulie, we appreciate you guys sharing your fan base with us, sharing your subscribers with us. Raul has stopped by, shouted us out. B. Jones has, so has Blackiechainz, Gun. So again, from the bottom
No, we waiting on Guns.
of my heart. Well, Gun's gonna show up. I know he is.
Hey, Chris, how you gonna let Gun show up with the LA Dodgers stuff gear?
Yeah, but on behalf of me and Chris, man, listen, man, we appreciate it, man. So again, thanks a lot, man. We appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you guys as well.
Appreciate it. your contributions here to Light the Torch, man. So it's only right that we do give you back in return, man. So we definitely appreciate you. All right. All minds clear?
Yep.
Y'all good? All right. So Wednesday, man, tap back in with us 5:30. We'll be right here, man. Till then, man, make sure you go look at the description link and go ahead and hit that follow button to your favorite to our brothers, man. So with all that being said, we are gonna get out of here and fight on.
Fight on. Fight on.